Aussie dollar. Aussie yen. Dollar index. Euro dollar.
All right, good morning everybody. Sorry for being a little bit late. I'm gonna have a short trading day today anyway, because I have to go. My daughter has some appointment. I'm buying pound yen real quick. This is just about up here, this structure, kind of. It's not exactly pretty. Yeah, like this, and to the weekly VWAP. I haven't set the target yet.
Dollar index.
Alright, that should do it. No order sound. What's going on? Oh, the bot is not running. I was actually hoping it's swinging down a little bit more, but so I can scale in a little bit larger, but yeah, this is not the perfect trade anyway.
Order filled.
I'm using IC Markets as main broker. So this, my trading screen is always shows IC Markets. And this one is also a C trader with Pepperstone as broker. But, in terms of execution, IC Markets is by far the best broker. And the meta traders you see sometimes, like this one here, is my Forex funds.
Aussie dollar.
I'm just working on a review on them, by the way.
Aussie dollar.
I haven't broken even yet, so I'm not writing anything official, but I have something on my private blog. Yeah, like I wrote before, like I said before, today's gonna be a short session because my daughter has to go out in about 3 hours, and if I find nothing to do, I mean, if I find no setup in the next 3 hours, I'm gonna probably end the stream rather quickly today. Let's see how things are moving. Well, I hope not, because this setup is actually it's not full-sized because it didn't test support, and how much they're gonna make? 0.0 or whatever, something. Something wrong with my stream deck. Yeah, hold on a second.
CSI 300 index rising 1% on the session.
Yeah, near future. The perks of being in Asia. It's UTC +7 here, time zone. And that means I'm late because it's 9:47 in the morning here. Literally 2 hours late. Oh, I was born in Heidelberg. What's the problem here with restream? Bitrate settings are out of recommended. Please. What? Too high bitrate? Fuck off.
Aussie yen. Aussie dollar.
Yes, I stream every day since about 4 years, but usually my stream lasts longer, but today I have something else to do. And usually my stream starts about an hour earlier. But I'm a lazy ass, so yeah, could not get out of bed.
Sounds, you have something to do? That sounds kind of suspicious.
My daughter has a casting.
I'm just joking. Good morning, by the way.
Morning.
Aussie dollar. Aussie yen.
Yeah, I usually stream into the London session. So that's why I said but not except of today, but usually I do stream into the London session. What are you in, Toxman?
I'm looking at pound yen sells actually.
I want to buy to the weekly VWAP, but it's not far. Hold on a second. I'm already buying it, but I'm not heavy. If it goes down another 30 something, I'm gonna scale in, and the target is like 60 up on 62.052.
So is your stop below the VWAP or?
Yeah, far below, like 40 pips or something like that. There's some bad structure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's one. Fuck, my eyes are so bad. 160, 920. This is pretty far. It's unbelievable. Like a year ago, I would not have taken this trade if it would be less than a 2 pip stop loss. More than 2 pips. Now we take 40 and it's just a casual day.
Yeah, mine is more long term because of the 4-hour structure.
Oh yeah, long term this is definitely a short. No question about that. This is, I just hoping this is gonna make another wave. But it actually tested my target from yesterday. Just an hour ago.
That 4-hour ridge up there, she could go up there easily.
The 4 hour. What was it? Yeah, this looks very short.
So like 162, 575,
Dollar CAD.
580.
Yeah, if it let's just say it takes whatever, then 163.01 or the one, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
With a gun on my head level. Yeah, 162.80. Because this is probably gonna take a week. But I'm not that optimistic, so I'm gonna be out much earlier. 162.05. Oh yeah, I actually have a trend line even on my 15-minute 163.40. Yeah, but that's wishful thinking. I'm also more short-minded here.
Aussie dollar.
My stop loss is maybe a little bit too close, actually.
Aussie yen.
Yeah, there's the pivot too. Huh? But if I go below the pivot, then we're talking like 70 pip. Oh fuck! I hate this large ranges. How much am I risking now? 0.05. Oh, I can add a little bit. No. Fuck you. I just said I could add a little bit and it goes straight up before I was able to press the button.
Order pending. Order pending. Order pending. Order pending.
Oh yeah, large ranges are fine, actually. The problem is with large ranges, the VWAP is mostly in the middle of it, and I trade the VWAP. So it's costing me usually half of the range, but I have to stop it anyway, somewhere around that. So the perfect world scenario is basically when the VWAP lines up with support or resistance, then you can hit it really hard with a really small stop. But this is like right in the middle, and there is some... the structure is not that pretty, like this gray line here goes straight through, but okay, I'm gonna ignore that. Absolute structure is actually higher than relative one. So absolute would be 26 from the VWAP, relative would be 31 from the VWAP, and my stop loss right now is 45, and this is actually really far for my type of trading. My target is 68, by the way. Usually I'm not making that large trades. I mean large in terms of pips. Also, I don't do trends. It's just not something I do, or breakouts or whatever. So ranges are always in my favor. If there's no range, I usually don't trade. But there's always a range, so whatever. Even if it's trending, there's a range. But what I try to say is trends are very, very much overrated. Okay. You like to get hurt, huh? Kinda sadist. Taxman is a gold guy too. I don't do gold. This is just a waste of money for me. I'm not smart enough for that. Yeah, in the New York session, the VWAP is works just as well as it works in all the other sessions. The problem is you're not gonna have that much of opportunity in the US session, and you need to be really fast. The best way is just to have a limit order at the VWAP. Let me show you just whatever.
US session takes a lot of skill.
Just go to dollar CAD real quick. Skill, yeah, and patience, which I don't have. VWAP history, turn on. Okay, yesterday is a shit example. Yeah, that would have worked. Crossed over and then it went right back down, and this is where I would have bought. But this is not a limit order example. You see, this is the session here, and it's usually VWAP tests are very rare.
I gotta log out. Gotta call.
Wow, dollar CAD is just shit recently. We're just looking for a VWAP example in the US session. Yeah, this one is a good one here. Like, this is how far is that? That's 23 pips from the VWAP. Like, the price is around here, let's say. And you just put a limit order here.
Order
Of course,
pending.
that's a limit.
Order
Not by then.
cancelled. Order pending.
Price is fucking around here, and you just have the limit order here. And if something newsy happens, it usually tests the VWAP. You see, the momentum was very, very large, and when it went up, that happened in 2 candles rather quickly. That's how I will do in the US session. Just maintain limit orders. Actually, I have a bot that does that. It's called VWAP Me6. It just automatically calculates the risks, position size, and whatever post stop loss, and babysits a limit order. If the VWAP moves, it moves the order automatically. And when the order is filled, it just kills itself, just like a Me6.
Just looking through the European docket today, busy morning in terms of earnings. Carlsberg, Nokia, Sanofi, as well as Total Energies, Delivery Hero, Volvo Cars, Unilever and Glencore are scheduled to report results on Thursday. Expected data includes Swedish and Danish retail sales, as well as inflation in Spain and Germany.
Usually I start trading an hour ago, but today is just, because I'm a lazy ass. That's why I'm late today. So I'm streaming since not long. 23 minutes. It's supposed to be 1 hour and 23 minutes. And usually the stream goes just as long as it takes. If you look at my YouTube channel, all the videos are actually stored there.
And following on from their earnings, Pippa Sandler cutting Meta Platforms target price to $230 from $240.
Aussie yen.
Oh, in years. Oh. Like this? I don't know, since 2011 or something like that. An actual trading, I mean, trading for the sake of trading. 2000, 2001. But that was a different type of trading. That doesn't really count to what I do now. So electronic trading since 2009, something like that, and seriously since 2011. And actual trading since 99, whatever, something like that. Losing money professionally, that's our motto here. Yeah, binary options are garbage. Okay, if you do it on the VWAP, it makes sense, but the risk reward is terrible, so there's really no point of doing it at all.
Aussie yen.
Losing too much money, basically, biggest fault everybody can do. So that's why I said before, losing money professionally. The losses we have is the only thing we can actually control. And once you get over that, which is counterproductive, once you get over that, like, you don't really look at how much money you make, you're looking how much money you can lose. Then this is getting a lot more relaxed, because like, you put on the trade and you know how much this is gonna cost you, and then it doesn't really matter what's happening. So like, if you can accept the loss before it's happening, then like, I'm sure you know, like, people say, oh, it's so close to my stop loss, and or they moved stop to break even, so it's risk free. It's all garbage. No, there is no such thing as risk free. Even if you move to stop your break even to break even before you enter the trade, you didn't do that. So it's just counterproductive doing something like that. Ah, shit, my Coinbase is still empty. Why is this taking so long?
So the Bank of Japan here maintains 10-year JGB yield target at 0%, maintains policy...
Oh, fuck, and I have no size on.
Bank of Japan made the decision on yield curve control by an 8-1 vote. Looking at their forecast, real GDP median forecast for this year, 2.9% downgraded versus 3.8% in January. Core CPI median forecast for this year at 0.9% versus 1.1% in January. So downgraded full year 2022 core CPI to 0.9% versus 1.1% previously. Lowest forecast for full year 2022 GDP as well to 2.9% versus 3.8%. So the Bank of Japan leaves commitment to overshoot inflation target unchanged, and Bank of Japan says we'll take more easing action without hesitation if needed. Says risks of the economy are tilted to the downside. So the Bank of Japan tweaks forward guidance on monetary policy bias, leaves unchanged its forward guidance on interest rates, says it expects short and long-term policy rates to remain at present or lower levels.
Order filled.
Yeah, it's probably gonna stop at the R1 anyway.
Order filled.
Ah, fuck me, I have no size on. The pound is going down, this is not gonna last very long.
So the Bank of Japan says they conduct fixed rate JGB buying operations on every working day except for when bidding is not apparently expected. Will offer to buy 10-year JGBs at 0.25% every day via fixed rate operations unless it's highly likely that no bids will be submitted. They comment on inflation, that consumer inflation likely to gradually accelerate pace of increase. There's risk the price outlook skewed to the upside for the time being, roughly balanced thereafter. Just a reminder on core CPI, we did see the Bank of Japan downgrade this year to 0.9 versus 1.1% in January.
With the pound going down that strong, this is not gonna last very long, this move. Left bought dollar yen instead. I meant, I didn't, this is not a full-size trade. I would be like a 1% in profit already. Because the stop loss is too far away and I had only half my size. My stop loss is below structure and that will cost me 0.05%. Usually my stop loss is a bit larger with 0.1% or something like that. So my profit will be more than double. Because the party is over already.
Order filled.
Cable.
Pound is going down. This is gonna pull back now.
So we see Nikkei 225 futures extending gains to nearly 0.9% after the Bank of Japan policy. And we see dollar yen as well, back above 129, currently challenging 129.50, up around 0.85% on the session. Bank of Japan here says that medium and long-term inflation expectations heightening, although at a slower pace than that for short-term expectations. I'd like to point those to the board that are interested. Full comments and forecasts, as well as the official statements, are on the board.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. The pound is going down really strong, and the indices as well.
Order filled. Order cancelled.
Close all.
There's another the resistance level. It just gets there. Seriously? I was just starting to talk. There's another resistance level, which is probably gonna go, and the moment I start talking, it actually goes. Anyway. Nice trade. No money made because I was not heavy enough. That's so depressing. My stop loss was quite far. Here, the red line. Hold on a second. So I was actually expecting this. Oh, I had to turn off the audio. My stop loss was below here. I was expecting it. It's testing the support again before going up. But the news were just faster. I had a few limit orders here to make it full size, and then I would have moved the stop maybe around here when it went back up over VWAP. But that just never happened. That's why I didn't make much money on this trade. So it was a two-step stop kind of thing. I had a few limit orders here. That would have made me full size. And when price went back over the VWAP, I would have moved the stop like this into this consolidation area. You see here, you see why there are a lot of levels. But because of the news, I had it even lower. Because you don't want to get stopped out by volatility. But as a result, the position was not very big. Yeah, I scaled in on the top here. I'm like, okay, these two were okay for the breakout, but I put another two around here, but they went very small. This would not have made a... I think maybe it made a $4 change or something like that. Yeah, pretty much. We actually kinda short biased anyway. I was talking with Taxman like an hour ago about that, and it's still more short than a buy. This is just a reaction of the press announcement. I mean, I had this target in mind. I put it here on the 15-minute chart. But I was actually expecting this is taking like 4 hours or something like that. And this is why trading kills you. Yes, but it was a technical setup. I just had a very large stop loss because I knew the news were gonna happen.
Rises 1.2%. We're also seeing the Bank of Japan offers to buy JGB in the 5 to 10 year outright.
Under normal circumstances, I would have a direct support line, maybe like this, because the VWAP was lining up here perfectly. When I entered here, this was a VWAP entry, that was right at the VWAP. So I would have this as a target line, and then I would have probably have the stop loss around here. And then my position will be so much greater, like at least 3 times the size. But because of the news, this level was supposed to be retested. That's why I put limit orders here and had a stop loss far lower. That's what I keep saying actually to people, like bitching around like, oh, I got stopped out, the broker took my stop. No, they didn't. You were just stupid. So don't have your stop loss where everybody else's has. So if you know you're gonna get stopped out, just put a limit order there, and that's exactly what I did. I had 3 limit orders here until that support level. So in case there would be a spike down because of some order placements or whatever, all of these orders will be filled. Oh yeah, never enter on news. You're gonna have massive slippage. If the news hit and the prices start move, then the party is basically over. You can only enter with a limit order on news. And I copy to several other accounts, so there's usually a very high chance that I'm gonna actually lose money instead of making money, even if it's positive in terms of pips.
Yield curve bull flatten after the Bank of Japan's decision.
Right, now I'm depressed. I made no money. Why is my stream... Oh, I have a fixed number here from yesterday. I have to remove that. Oh, that's odd. Oh, whatever. Now there's nothing left to do. Maybe sell gold. $5 cat. Yeah, that doesn't look... None of this looks very pretty. I was actually thinking of selling cable when the news came out, but yeah, I didn't because of the news. Gold looks not too bad.
I don't even know I am here. You've been so distant lately. Taking your time, losing my mind. Yeah, do I even care anymore? Taking my love for granted. Thinking about us turning to dust.
Order pending.
You said that I already know we're better, better when we're alone. I don't know what to say. You don't wanna be with me. I don't wanna give it up, baby. Is this really what you want? Then I'ma get out of your way. You don't wanna be with me. I don't wanna give it up, baby. Is this really what you want? Then I'ma get out. I wonder what will happen to us. Yeah, will we be friends or strangers? Feeling left out, losing our time. I miss how you make me laugh, how you make me lose my mind. You make my life every day. You said that I already know we're better, better when we're alone. I don't know what to say. You don't wanna be with me. I don't wanna
Order
give it up,
filled.
baby. Is this really what you want? Then I'ma get out of your way. You don't wanna be with me. I don't wanna give it up, baby. Is this really what you want? Then I'ma get out. I don't wanna give it up tonight. I don't wanna give my life to someone else. Go ruin my night. I don't wanna give it up tonight. I don't wanna give my life to someone else. Go ruin my night.
Order filled.
Go ruin my night. Go ruin my night. Thinking about what I would say. Getting better day by day. Same apartment, different place. Will I ever be the same? You don't wanna be with me. I don't wanna give it up, baby. Is this really what you want?
Order pending.
I'ma get out of your way. You don't wanna be with me. I don't wanna give it up, baby. Is this really what you want? I'ma get out. I don't wanna give it up tonight. I don't wanna give my life to someone else. Go ruin my night. I don't wanna give it up tonight. I don't wanna give my life to someone else. Go ruin my night.
Order filled. Order filled.
Not sure what you mean with short pumps. I just trade the structure. Time is not really relevant, to be honest. This was just a lucky shot because there were news. It was still planned. I didn't take the trade because of the news. That would be stupid.
So in fixed income, then we see Japan's government bonds rally after the central bank says it will buy unlimited amount of 10-year notes at fixed yields every day. Yield on 10-year note falls 1.5 basis points to 0.225%. That on 30-year debt drops 2.5 basis points to 0.95%. Futures on 10-year securities gain 21 ticks to 149.52.
Order filled. Order pending.
Johnson, you're late to the party.
Morning, swing, morning. How's it going, man? Are we trading gold?
Just shorting it a little bit. I have nothing better to do.
Ah, man, maybe I'll join you. I've been fucking buying the dips on gold like this past week, and I guarantee the first time that I turn around and start selling it, then it'll start moving against me.
He just sits there in the corner and waits. He's gone. Let's get it going.
Yeah, man, exactly. Actually, no, it is respecting the VWAP, so maybe that is a good idea.
Just a scalp to the pivot point. Where is it? 1875, 1876, something like that. Made a casual 100 pips on pound yen just now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I didn't make any money on it.
Pips. Fucking hell, in the Asian session, well done.
Yeah, interest rate decision of Japan. So I bought the VWAP, but the structure was like 45 pips down, and I was like, okay, the news gonna hit, there's gonna be some random volatility. So I put in half the size and plastered the way down with limit orders and had to stop like 45. And the idea was when they are being filled, when the support is being hit, I'm moving the stop up and then I scale in again on the VWAP, but that just not happened, it just went straight up. I'll put a chart in the trading room, you can see it. And there's you see the white line in the corner, that's the support. I mean, I was expecting that to be tested.
Oh yeah, I see, but you didn't get any volume onto it.
So my maximum exposure on this trade was like 0.06. Like, oh, come on, seriously?
Fuck, man, that would have been a good trade. I should have seen that coming, actually. I normally check the economic calendar.
So we see Japanese stocks extending gains as the yen drops after Bank Japan holds policy. So we see topics extending gains to as much as 1.3%. Electronics and automakers are the biggest boosts. And the Nikkei 225 rises as much as 1%, with Advantest and Denso the largest contributors after results.
Yeah, fuck. Man, we should have bought and hold CAD yen yesterday.
Oh, how did that go? I didn't even look.
It's just kind of grinded up until, well, actually it was doing really well until it got to the interest rate decision and just spiked. So,
Yeah, but it went actually well all day. When did you buy it?
I was looking to buy it at around 100.1 or 100.15, but then like I just couldn't be asked, so I closed it. Like I kind of did a little range trade. You see, it was doing a rising channel.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, this is a pretty channel. Yeah, but I remember we were talking. I was saying something about 99-ish, but I'm not sure when that was, where the price action was at that point. I think it was around here. But the structure held nicely.
Following on from the Bank Japan, attention now moves to European earnings. We're looking for Sanofi, Total Energies SE, Carlsberg, Delivery Hero, and Unilever all set to report. LSE listed stocks in the form of report in the London morning.
was also thinking of buying the Nasdaq, but the Nasdaq didn't move at all. So I guess all this movement we had just now is gonna be taken back. Yeah, like there's like no setup right now.
Yeah, I can't really see too many things happening either. Probably
Even the gold short I'm making is half-baked.
It's at the weekly R2 at the moment.
Is it, huh? Where are my pivots? What the fuck? My pivots are gone. On my 4-hour chart I usually have pivots. Where are they? Oh, I changed to the... Hold on a second.
Here's your reminder. Hang Seng lunch in 5. Here's your reminder. Hang Seng lunch in 5.
I wanted a short cable actually this morning. But that was a really long pound yen that just didn't sound very smart. But since when are markets smarter?
Oof, yeah, that would have been a good trade. Yeah, man, I got here too late. It's difficult waking up for the Asian session, but at this time it seems like most of the moves are already underway.
Yeah, I can feel it. I live in Asia and it's difficult to wake up for the Asian session.
Oh, dude, you're like a trading terminator. Like, I remember, because I mean, so often you're in here until like 7 p.m. my time, and I'm like, fuck, it's Asian session really soon, and the swing is just, yeah, non-stop. I think I just need to learn to drink more coffee.
Yeah, coffee doesn't work anymore.
Order filled.
Damn rats, I need to get rid of them. This is so annoying.
Oh, you got rats?
It's not really rats, it's just field mice. They're really huge mice, like the size of a rat, but they're actually mice.
Huh. I thought mice are actually quite, I don't know, cute, quote unquote.
Not if they have a family in your roof and they're fighting all day.
Yeah, I can imagine.
like I'm in the second floor, and above my ceiling is basically the roof. It's just the ceiling, gypsum, and then there's the roof. There's like literally nothing in between. I actually plan to put some stairs there and get some storage space up there, because there's a lot of free space.
The first time you go up there is going to be insane. If you have like a mouse nest up there.
Yeah, there are lots of mice, and the problem is we have snakes here too. And I mean, if there's a colony of mice living, that's like all you can eat for a snake. It's just a matter of time when the snake's coming in. I don't know where they come in either. I was up there already, and there is no light coming in, so I don't know where they come in.
Look at that, man. That's the cool thing about living in like a really cold country, is that like the pests aren't that like substantial. But it seems like in Thailand you have, like, I can't remember one of the scariest things I've seen is, you know, those centipedes, millipedes, centipedes, yeah, centipedes, the red ones, the really big ones. That is fucking horrible.
Yeah, everybody's really scared of them, and then they run away if they see one on the floor. And what the fuck? This. How fast is that animal gonna be? I mean, you need to be in a coma for it to get you.
Yeah, it's just like the way it moves, man.
UK docket as well. Just a reminder, other companies set to report alongside Glencore are Barclays, Sainsbury's, Standard Chartered, and Whitbread, all set to report today.
Oh, fuck you, gold. It just hit my target and pulled right back. Seriously, check this out. Ah, fuck me. You see, in voice context, the blue line is my take profit. My short positions are blue, by the way.
That sucks, man. Hey, it's probably still going low though. That like, I might actually. Okay, I'm gonna join you.
That was a huge rejection just now. That was like $4. And same situation. I have like no size on. I'm such a loser today.
So we're seeing Euro US dollar testing Wednesday's low as dollar buying continues in Asia. There's said to be talk of a 105, the figure option barrier, which may discourage aggressive selling, according to Reuters.
The green line is actually S1, by the way, on this screenshot. Just tipped S1 and then bounced right back up.
Yeah, it looks like there was like quite a few bids there. But I mean, I don't know, gold, like in other currencies, when I see that price action, I think we're gonna have a reversal, but gold just grinds. Like, it's literally, it trades like what it is. It's just like when it's heavy, then it just keeps on fucking going.
Yeah, sure, if there's a fundamental background to it, then it just keeps moving, of course. And if the dollar goes down, it just moves a little bit faster. Alright, I'm gonna just close it here, fuck that.
Order filled.
Close all.
Supposed to be a scalp anyway. And now I'm gonna watch it break out. Story of my life. If I would have made these 2 trades full size, I would be like 0.5% in profit by now. With like 0 effort.
Yeah. I'm starting to like really get the urge to just like put on full size, or at least like maybe like 50% size like instantly, and just not build into it at all. Because yeah, that when that happens, it's just so annoying.
Yeah, scaling only works well if you're grinding, like, but if shit happens, then you just have to commit. And again, you have to commit before it happens, not when it happens, right? Like this spike on pound yen, there would just be no way to catch that with a market order.
I see what happens. 1877 is a very important level. Like it's a like quite a major low.
Sorry, what did you say?
1877 is like a very important level.
Is it? I didn't really look much at it, to be honest. I just, okay, this looks like a sell, let's just sell it.
It's on the daily. If you look at the daily, then it was touched, like just literally barely touched in November last year, and then February this year, and it was like a very significant low.
Oh yeah, I see it. It was also, when it went back up, it stopped there too for 2 days. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, when it went back up in January, it was below for 2 days before it broke out. But if it holds, then we're talking, I mean, if it breaks, then we're talking 1840. Hulda, Schulter, Kulda. Alright, so I made no money on gold and I made no money on pound yen, and now there's nothing to trade. Okay, we could buy the Nasdaq.
Yeah, I'm stuck as well, man. But like the worst thing is that like I watch so many pairs that it takes me maybe like, I don't know, half an hour if I'm really actually focusing to figure out what I should be trading.
What do you mean with half an hour?
I mean that like I've got so many currency pairs that I want to like have a look at before I start moving. So literally if I look at everything, then it'll take about half an hour to like properly chart everything and figure out what I'm doing.
I don't do that at all. I know what you mean. This is like so annoying. I don't do that at all. If I see a short-term setup on my micro charts, like my 3-minute overview, this one, then I look at it. 7-second rule, look at it. If you see something, you take the trade, and then while you're in the trade, you start mapping it. But that has, of course, the side effect, the bad side effect, that you're usually in the wrong shit. I mean, you know, you hear me saying I'm in the wrong shit. Because I'm selling in Aussie yen where I could have sold pound yen and made double the money.
I feel like you're often like just trying to, you know, talk to the market when you do that.
Oh yeah, sure, I do that.
You always seem to be like correct eventually. So I mean, whatever.
Yeah, but it's often where I take I just trade the wrong thing. Like there are two setups there's one on cable and one of pound yen, and there's one on cable or one on Aussie yen, and I take the one on Aussie yen, and then cable just moves like forever. But this is just I don't know. I don't give it too much weight. In other words, I don't care. This is just what I do. Like, I see a setup, and if it looks favorable within a few seconds, like I open it on my 3 time frames, and if it's favorable in a few seconds, I'm gonna take the trade, and then I'm gonna start mapping it. Like, you're mapping it with your eyes, basically. You open it up, like on my normal view, like this. And then, okay, I see on the 4 hour there is nothing in the way. On the 50 minute looks fine. Okay, let's just take the trade. And then you just eyeball your size a little bit, and then you're mapping it, put a proper stop loss there, and then you just scale in to meet your risk, or scale out. But I almost never scale out. Yeah, my initial positions are usually way too small, so I maybe scale out once a year because I just oh fuck, that was too much.
When you say scale out, can you give me an example? If you're not too busy right now.
You mean an example where I actually have done it?
No, I mean, like, do you just mean you're closing open trades to reduce exposure?
In C-Trader I can actually scale out. I can edit the position and remove size.
Oh, if you click on the positions and you edit them and you say like modify, reduce, whatever.
Yeah, right. Like if I buy 2 lots and then oh fuck, that was too much, and I just edit the position and say okay, let's make it 1.5, and then it just asks, do you remove 0.05 from this position? But I usually don't do that because I copy to MetaTrader accounts, and MetaTrader doesn't support that. So what I mostly do is just wait. Okay, if it goes green, close it, and I re-enter with the proper size, and then when the wrong one goes green, I just close it. Or something like that. It depends on the situation. I mean, if it's like a strong bullish move or something like that, and I bought too much, I just let's just have trail it with 1 pip stop loss and then just do whatever, or I just take the loss if it's too close to whatever. Because at that point of time, you usually realize that like almost immediately, it's not gonna cost you any money anyway. It's just for the ego that you're not gonna have a red position.
Hey, do you ever have like problems when you copy like with duplicum, like certain currencies or certain assets have got different pricing? So like I was trying to buy XTI dollar.
Oh yeah.
I kept on getting stopped out on my Challenger account, but it's because the US oil in the Challenger account has like literally a different price to XTI dollar.
Yeah, I have the same problem. There are also different assets because it's futures based on one, and it's the actual spot market on the other one, and that's why the prices are different. So I had the same thing. I scaled. I had one oil trade like a month ago, and I kept scaling in. And I look at the MetaTrader. Why there are only 4 positions? And I look at the history. Every time I press the scale in button on the stream deck, because it has an automatically stop loss of 30 pips, I get immediately stopped out.
Yeah.
Like it places the order, it places the stop loss, and then I get immediately stopped out. So I had like, I don't know, 40 positions on oil, with like, I don't know, $2 loss. So just a spread or something like that, I don't know. That was that's annoying. So when I go trade gold, I usually being more careful with the stop loss. Or the initial stop loss is just much larger, or I don't know. It's very hard to do if you use a number to sync the stop losses.
The only thing I can think of is like just closing manually and it's being like very focused, like trade no stops and then close manually. But that's very risky.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing. I just okay, fuck that, delete all the stop losses and then just close it when it's there. But yeah, if you're heavy, that can be dangerous. But hey, nobody puts a gun on my head and say I have to trade oil, so I just avoid doing it. And if I wanna do it for some whatever fundamental reason, most of the time, the stop loss doesn't matter anyway, because it's gonna be so far away. Who cares? I just don't do technical trades, like intraday technicals on oil, because of that. Gold is the same, I think. Let me check.
Earnings coming across for Standard Chartered here, coming across with a Q1 pre-tax of 1.49 billion, a billion estimates of 1.04 billion, CET1 ratio for Q1 13.9% on an estimate of 13.3%, with their Q1 adjusted operating income coming in a beat 4.27 billion on an estimate of 3.86 billion.
Yeah, gold is 7 cents off.
ROTE for Standard Chartered for Q1, 11.1%. So we see Standard Chartered Q1 adjusted pre-tax profit beats estimates, coming in at 1.5 billion on an estimate of 1.09 billion. It says income growth to slightly exceed previous guidance.
My gold is 7 cents off. That's acceptable. And even Forex, like my main platform is IC Market. I see some prices there. My monitoring C trader is actually Pepperzone, and there are different prices too.
Fuck, man. That's yeah, annoying.
At least I also have an advantage because I can see price is not moving on my actual trade, on a chart I'm actually trading on IC Markets, but I see it's already moving on Pepperstone. That usually tells you that something is going to happen.
Starting to normalize.
So having multiple brokers has this advantage. And the offers are on Pepperstone are usually not as good as they are on IC Markets. So if I see the spread is widening on Pepperstone, that means something is going to happen, even if I cannot see it on IC Markets, because the liquidity is so much better on IC Markets, they will not increase the spread.
That's a good piece of information. That'd be a cool indicator if you could have, like, you know, sudden spread on like as many different brokers as you can get.
Yeah, again, it's information overload. It's just the same with, like we talked about the multiple VWAPs yesterday. But if I see like nothing is moving, like, and then I look up to my monitoring chart and I see, okay, the spreads, the ask line is started to jump around, and okay, I know something is gonna happen.
Yeah, I guess like all the information is in the price. Like if you look at it like that.
Yeah, it's just an execution thing, and like the very moment, like real-time information. It doesn't give you any information about where things are gonna go. It just can explain some things, like if prices just stop moving for no reason, and then you see on the other broker the spread is moving around. Then it's clear that some dark pool or some algos are having a chicken fight.
Chicken fight.
Gold didn't make the target yet. Glad I makes it now. Yeah, there's literally nothing going on. DAX went back to the reverb. Yeah, the only thing I see right now is shorting Bitcoin or buying the Nasdaq. Because the Japanese market's gonna go up for sure because of the interest rates. So, but the Nikkei is untradeable. Hang Seng is closed for lunch. So the only thing that's left is Nasdaq.
I'm looking at Kiwi Yen. Don't judge me. But it's on the VWAP. I'm unsure because like it had the spike, the same as all the other yen pairs, but it moved way back down to the VWAP. But it just looks a little bit stronger than the other pairs. So I'm thinking maybe no.
The guy that asked me for money, now he's telling me, now he's explaining me how I trade wrong. How I can make my strategy better, and I just responded, dude, why? Usually I make money even if I'm wrong, so why change it? People are strange.
How much money does he want?
$40.
Just a random guy message you for $40.
Yeah.
Fucking. Huh.
I posted something in profit payout proof. It was a mistake. I'm gonna refill my coffee back in a second. Right, so what do we do now? Boring.
Yeah, man. I'm in QEN, but I might go and get some more coffee. Dude, so random people just literally asking for $40. That's so dumb. It's like the guy who was asking for $20 from Seb for a trading account.
Yeah, it's literally the same thing. I posted in payout proof, I don't know. And like bank transfer kind of thing to show that they actually pay, and then I just being part of the community basically. And then people starting to contact me. Usually they're asking me about how the processing works, and I just whatever, just read the FAQ. It's pretty simple. And other ones they're just being nice to me, and then a day later they're asking me for money.
Ah, yeah. Never be part of the community swing. People aren't nice to me anymore. They just like spam fucking try to get me to join a pump manipulator Discord.
Yeah, the My Forex Funds Discord is a total shithole. But it's fun to be there, actually. I enjoy it. Are you in the My Forex Funds Discord, Johnson? It's so fun.
I think you gave me a link, but then I got out because I got so many messages. But actually, could you send me another one? Because I'm joining my Forex fund, so it's probably useful to be part of it.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I'll send you an invite. It's just a total shitfest, but that makes it so funny.
Dude, I live for shitfest.
I put it in voice
We should all just
context.
agree. We should just all admit that people like fucking trashy shit. That is, it is what it is.
Like everybody is trying to front run the support, like, oh, I sent an email to support 19 seconds ago and they haven't responded to me. That's a scam. Shit like that.
Do you know the people that run my Forex funds?
Not personally. And only personally know the FTMO guys and the T4T guys.
Are they like pretty stand-up kind of dudes? The FTMO guys? Actually, probably I'll ask you when you're not on YouTube.
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
I said, are they pretty stand-up, like honest dudes? But then I said I probably should ask you not on YouTube when you're recording.
Well, the Kimmel made an interview with one of them and they didn't appear very solid, to be honest, but this is just optical. I don't really know. What I liked on the interview was that he was actually honest. He said like that they not copy everybody, as example.
They don't copy everyone.
Yeah, they do shadow trade and base it on risk management and some stuff like that. Same what I do, but if you openly about that usually backfires.
Yeah. I think maybe it's one of those things where it backfires in the immediate term, but then later people will just trust you a lot more. So it's like a short-term loss for a long-term kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're being honest, like we have proper risk management, we have actual people, you know, human beings that looking at accounts, and then we decide if we copy them or not. And then the shit fest starts because people, they're paying profits with fees they're collecting. Yeah, everybody does that. This is called business. It's not a scam, it's business.
Like, who gives a fuck? I mean, if you're getting paid, you're getting paid.
Yeah, it's not like the money has a serial number and it has to go to a certain way in order to become legit. What the fuck? It's money. It's not like incest money and external money or whatever. Who gives a shit? Money is money.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think like sometimes, and I mean, I get like
commentary coming through from Mizuho following the Bank of Japan. They say the central bank shows strong commitment to keep ultra loose policy. Mizuho says to make the announcement of buying unlimited bonds at a fixed rate in the policy statement, the Bank of Japan is sending a very strong message that it is firmly committed to continuing super easy policy. It says as days go by, players will cease to sell to the Bank of Japan and will stop challenging the 0.25 level, driving down 10-year yields. They say this commitment should also help ease upward pressure on the super long yields, which are outside the Bank of Japan's yield curve control. So that's Mizuho with some early reaction, saying the Bank of Japan shows strong commitment to keep ultra loose policy.
I think
numbers
sometimes
coming through
like,
for North Rhine-Westphalia month on month for April, 0.6% prior, 2.7%.
Shut up, my boy.
Yeah, I think sometimes
You can do that too, right?
Yeah, I can, but like I wouldn't dare to silence Morbe.
Yeah, but if you silence somebody, I mean, it's just you and me in here now, so it doesn't matter. But if you silence a user, you need to make sure that you unsilence them when they leave or whatever, because the server gonna remember the setting.
I don't know, man. I don't want to be the guy that silences people. But it is like it is like, and I notice this in myself as well, that you know when you're having a bad day or you're just kind of frustrated in general, then you feel like you see something and then normally you'd be okay with it, but because you're pissed off, then you kind of react to it like it's a problem. And it seems like that's what happens with my Forex funds and stuff, where it's like people are just frustrated already and then they just freak out for no reason.
Yeah, they're just spoon feeding each other mostly, and then it's just cascading up and stuff like that. It's just a normal thing how humanity works.
I think I might get out of Kiwi Yen now. Seems like it's slowing down. Alright, back in a sec.
Alright. Yeah, that's right. Reverb is a little bit more advanced because you have to hit it hard when the time comes. And reverb only works if there is structure supporting it, basically. So it's not like the typical indicator kind of thing. You just do it when it's happening. You need to have exit plan as well. I have a 7-second rule, by the way. Like, let's just fake something. Hold on a second. Like, I'm going to my monitoring chart. I have a dedicated screen so I can see it all the time. This is very important because you cannot really. That's why mobile trading is just a phase. It's just not something you do. Let's just say there is a sell on the Aussie dollar, which it isn't, but just for the sake of the argument. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my trading chart and I just switch to the Aussie dollar. And then I look at what I see. This is the forward chart, 15-minute chart, and the 3-minute chart. And just keep in mind, this is just an example. This is not an actual setup. I would never sell it here. But and then okay, we have a little bit to go on the 4-hour chart, so there's nothing in the way. And on the 15-minute chart, this looks pretty empty on the left. So let's check the trade. That's it. Like, just take a few seconds to make your decisions. And then, like, Eli, I don't know how to say that correctly, wrote, do it small, and then you figure out where things go wrong, because just keep in mind what you can control, The only thing you can control when trading is how much you're gonna lose. You never control how much you're gonna make. This is also a very distinctive feature on my Forex Funds Discord. Everybody say, I'm gonna have a 1 to 5 risk reward. This is pointless. The market dictates how much money you make and not you. So let's just, for the sake of the argument, take this trend line here I just made on the 15-minute chart. And let's just say, okay, this is where I'm gonna be wrong. There's a consolidation area, so let's put it a little bit higher. So my stop loss is gonna be here, and then you just make sure, and then that's where the analytics stops. And then your job as a trader is to put as much size as you can between right now and your stop loss. And this is where this all becomes kind of an art, because you don't know how far it's gonna pull back. And it's just experience gonna tell you that. Like here's a horizontal level, so it's probably gonna retest here. So I will not sell it too hard because I'm expecting it to go a little bit higher. The biggest mistake most traders have is like they're going into a trade, and then it just moves against them a little bit, and they already feel bad about it. If prices go against me, I usually feel good about it, because guess what? I can buy more. Let's just do that for the sake of the argument real quick. Even if it's just do a micro lot for the fun of it.
Order filled.
I have a default stop loss with 100 pips, but this is just to have a stop loss. It's pretty much pointless. So I moved the stop to my level here where it's supposed to be, so it's lining up with that line. And now I can actually see how much this is gonna cost me. So if I get stopped out, it's gonna cost me $3.81. Alright, and I have an external chart here as well, and you can see I have a position access, and that's why, because you never trade the money, you always trade percentages. It doesn't really matter how much money you make. But I have set my stop loss here based on the order chart, and now I know when the stop loss is hit, I'm gonna have a 0.0007% loss. So I can just casually add to the position, because I know that this is not gonna hurt me very much. I just put my stop price here, so all the positions gonna be have the same stop loss. See, now I just added another micro lot, and now I have doubled the loss, because I doubled my position basically. So when the price goes up, I kind of keep adding to the position until my max loss, until this axis here shows my max loss, which is usually 0.1, between 0.07 and 0.15, depending on how sure I am about what I'm doing. So you see price went up a little bit, I'm just selling a little bit more. Just keep in mind, this is an example, this is not an actual setup. Yeah, I'm gonna exit it when it's break even. See, I added another micro lot, and now when the stop is gonna be, it is gonna be 0.022%. I can just keep doing that until my limit is reached in terms of drawdown. And that makes all of this very, very casual. And don't believe any of these gurus that tells you to risk 1 or 2% a trade. You can do that on a swing trade, sure, if you're trading off the 4-hour chart or whatever, and then you have, I don't know, 450 pip stop loss. Sure, you can do that. That's not a big deal. But you cannot do that intraday, because if you have 3 losses in a row, you're gonna be down 3%. This is gonna be really, really hard to deal with on a psychological level, and it's gonna be really hard to get it back. But if you have a 1.1% loss, who gives a shit? Yeah, if you're just starting to trade and you have a very small amount on your trading account, this is gonna be counterproductive because you're gonna like trade for 6 days and you made like $8 profit, and then you're gonna think like, oh, this is not gonna fly, and then you're usually ending up doing stupid stuff. But that is actually the problem. It's not you are a bad trader because you don't make any money. It's just because you don't have enough money on a trading account. These are not the same things.
Order filled.
VWAP is the indicator I have here, which shows the last 20 prices, VWAP prices. You only need the actual VWAP price, which is the yellow flag here. But I have a few recent ones, so I can actually see if there's some kind of slope.
Order filled.
VWAP is volume weighted average price. Basically all the indicators, like literally all of them, you can get are calculated on the actual price. But that makes them pointless because you can see the price right in front of you. There are only two things you cannot really see, unless you're mastermind or whatever, or AI, is divergence and volume. And the VWAP is visualizes the volume basically, because you cannot really see it on the price chart. Okay, right now it's kind of obvious because prices went down, so the VWAP went down, but this is just an example kind of thing. But sometimes you see how that moves completely different than the actual price because the volume is off, and this is additional information you can actually see. Same with divergence. If you use an indicator for divergence, that is fine. But I would never ever use an indicator to make actual trading decisions. Okay, that's kind of wrong because I do that. I sell on VWAP, but yeah, again, this is information that is not present in the actual price chart. But me selling on the VWAP doesn't mean I ignore the prices. There has to be some structural reason to do stuff. So, newbie tip. I guess the best one is support and resistance. Learn how to draw lines. And yeah, that's. I know it sounds dumb, but it really comes down to that. Okay, let's just put it like that. There's a high and here's a high. This is not what I do, this is just for example. Okay, this is bad. Just put it here, here's a high and here's a high, and then put that there. And then, okay, when the price hits there, you sell. Something like that. So, in order to say it in other ways, when the price goes up, you're selling, and you just need to find a reason to do it. And in this case, that would be resistance, as example. Like the price moves towards this level, and then you start selling it. And the art part or the experience part comes in to find out which level actually makes sense, matter, and which one doesn't. Like I draw them completely different. Like I have, like all the gurus you're gonna see on YouTube, they're not gonna make a trend line like this because it crosses through, and that's why I have different colors. Like, okay, this one is supposed to be white, by the way, because it connects lows. But this one here goes through, it's some sort of a channel. But it has also significance because if you go zoom in, like it connects these two lows here. And then when I go to the current price, you see here's consolidation, and this lines up with this line. And that's why I'm doing that, because this has meaning. There's no holy grail. You do you. Whatever floats your boat. It's all about probabilities. Doing it differently doesn't make you doing it wrong. Doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Everybody is gonna tell you that, but all of these people are just idiots. There is no right and wrong in trading. So you just need to find something that fits your style, your lifestyle as well. You cannot sculpt a tick chart if you don't have the time to do it, as example. And you cannot swing trade on the monthly chart if you don't have 100 grand on the account, because you're never gonna make any money. So there has to be a balance between them. Like if you have a job, as example, you cannot day trade, but you can still do some intraday swing trades. Like before you go to work, you open up the charts and this looks good, and there's a support level, you put a limit order there and a stop loss there, and then you go to work and either the limit order is filled and you're making money, or you get stopped out, or it doesn't really matter. If you take that kind of approach, like this is just something you do and then it happens or it doesn't, then this is gonna get very, very relaxed.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Just to make everyone aware, I have sent out the morning mail, so those who get it in their emails. I have put the key headlines on the board, and it is in the report section. Earnings coming across for Nokia here. Q1 net sales a beat 5.35 billion on an estimate of 5.27 billion. Q1 adjusted EPS for Nokia 7 cents on an estimate of 7 cents, in line with estimates. So Nokia's Q1 net sales beat estimates 5.35 billion on an estimate of 5.27 billion. Now moving auto news to Volvo Cars. Their Q1 revenue in Swedish krona a beat 74.3 billion on an estimate of 72.92 billion. Their Q1 EBIT margin 8.1%, with their Q1 operating income 6 billion, a beat an estimate of 4.22 billion. Just moving back to Nokia, their full year 2022 outlook is unchanged in constant currency terms, they say. Some commentary from Volvo. They say their supply chain constraints slowly eased in the quarter. We're just moving to Standard Chartered, jumping 12.3% in Hong Kong after results. Macro data from Japan now. Housing starts year on year for March, coming in at 6% on the prior 6.3%. Some more commentary from Volvo Cars says component shortage will hit production in Q2. So I repeat, I have sent out the morning mail. So as we see the Japanese yen fall to its lowest level since 2002 against the dollar, after the Bank of Japan left its policy settings unchanged and said it will conduct fixed rate bond purchase operations every business day. A gauge of the dollar strength rises for a sixth day to hit its strongest level since May 2020. Looking through the European docket, we get the Riksbank policy decision alongside Sweden Q1 GDP, German and Spain's CPI, as well as Italian consumer and manufacturing confidence. In terms of central bankers, we get ECB's De Guindos and Wunsch speaking, alongside Norges Bank Governor set to speak today.
T3. T2. T0.7. 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 T0.7.
Stop filled.
Close all.
And we are seeing Euro US dollar currently challenging the 105 figure level. Cable trading around the 125 figure level as well. So good morning to those joining us for the start of the European session as we get underway nice and early, and my thanks to those for listening overnight in what was an eventful Asia session. Bank of Japan maintains stimulus and vows to continue unlimited bond buying. That sees the yen fall towards the key 130 level as the Bank of Japan backs continued easing. Macro data-wise, Japan's March factory output growth provides some relief for the economy, and the South China Morning Post reporting that Shanghai officials are said to be eyeing a reopening and manufacturing resumption in Shanghai. Some commentary from Westpac following the CPI read in Australia. Westpac's Evans now sees 15 basis points RBA hike in May and 25 basis points in June. Some data from ANZ in New Zealand. New Zealand's April inflation expectations continue to climb higher, according to ANZ. And in the commodity space, Financial Times reporting that EU energy groups are said to prepare to meet Putin's terms for payment of Russian gas in rubles. Ahead of today's GDP figure, Omicron and imports expected to restrain US growth in the first quarter, and we heard from Bank of Canada Governor Macklem overnight saying Canada's economy overheating and higher rates are needed. We see the dollar nearing a 2-decade peak as problems plague the euro and the yen. Like I say, cable currently trading near the 125 figure, euro US dollar currently trading around the 105 figure. We see bank/yuan forecasts as China's economy reels from COVID, and we see the offshore yuan fall into the weakest level since from Hertz sees strong summer rental demand and beats Wall Street expectations. Mattel posting a surprise profit as retailers said to load up on Barbies and Hot Wheels. And finally, Amgen says IRS seeks billions in back taxes and the shares fall 4% after the bell. As I talk about earnings, we are expecting that European earnings to continue this morning. As we are waiting for Sanofi, Total Energy, Carlsberg, Delivery Hero, Unilever, Glencore, and Whitbread all set to report this morning. A reminder on the macro data front here in Europe, we are expecting the Riksbank policy to Seeing here, Swiss National Bank reports a loss of 32.8 billion Swiss franc in Q1. Seeing dollar yen now printing 130 the figure. So the yen then weakens beyond 130 per dollar for the first time since 2002.
Sorry, the pivot, these are not pivot points, it's just a representation of the daily and weekly candles, basically. So this is like week -1 high. This is day -1 high. So if I go zoom out, like, yeah, you see, this is yesterday's high, basically. And this is, sorry, this is the 2 days ago, yeah. You see the lines, this is the days, and here this is 2 days, -2 days, that's this high. And this is yesterday's high, yeah. And yeah, this the green one is from the weekly, it's basically the same. It's just information, basically. It's kind of helpful, like if you're looking for support, retracements, targets, whatever, then like if you would have been short here, and then okay, this is yesterday's high. But if you zoomed out like this, you can really see. You have to actually zoom, pan, and then which one is the high, or is that maybe that one is the high, maybe there's another one. It's just very complicated. And if you have just these short lines here, okay, this was yesterday's high. So it's basically just yesterday's daily candle, last week weekly candle, and 2 days ago daily candle or something like that. And the numbers are just pips. But I don't really use that. It's just information, just like the pivots itself. But like I said before, I have to stop trading now because I have something to do with my daughter. I probably will be back in the late London, early US session. But I can't probably promise anything. But I will be in a Discord for sure.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Close all.
Order filled.
So I just made a quick scalp on dollar yen, so I have traded it. You know, just me being greedy.
Nasdaq.